Welcome everybody to another episode of Gorilla Gospel. Today we're going to talk about judging others. All right? And we are in Matthew chapter 7, verse 1 through 6. And it says, judge not that you be not judged. For with the judgment you pronounce, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you see the speck that is in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when there is the log in your eye? And then you will see, it says, you hypocrites, first take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye. And 6 says this, which is a good one. Do not give dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them underfoot and turn to attack you. And that's Matthew 7, 1 through 6. And let's just go with it. See, first of all, I don't have a speck or log in my eye. I have a lumberjack and a woodchuck. I know I ain't right. In my back days, I know I did something, but who haven't? You dig? But let me flip the script on you. Dude, what am I doing that you ain't doing? Since you want to talk about somebody, since you want to try to put people all on blast and everything, post stuff about people and everything, what I'm doing that you ain't doing? And then at the same time, dude, if somebody was to say something about me, it'll be what I did. It won't be nothing about what I'm doing, because the only thing I'm doing right now is living to die for God. I'm not the old TD. I'm not TD at all. I'm Tyrone. I gave all that up 20 years ago. But people tend to just talk about people, but there's nothing you can say that can make or break me, dog. You know, I mean, it's not like somebody's talking about me in my face or saying something. I'm just putting that out there. But there's a lot of people that's out here that point the fingers at their own brothers and sisters and everything, and they forget who they are. They forget where they come from. They forget the whole purpose of why we are even in America. You dig? But I'm like this with it. Why take and point out what somebody doing that you ain't doing, but doing something in the same concept, but just in a different way? If this person hustling, I bet you are. If this person stealing, I bet you are. If this person sleeping around, I bet you are. You know? But like I said, bro, there's nothing you could say that could make me or break me. You dig? I done been talked about all my life. All my life, dude. And there's been so many things that I done that God forgave me for. There's not nothing I didn't tamper with. You know what I'm saying? That God ain't forgive me for. And all I can say is thank God for mercy and grace. Because I ain't got to answer to nobody but Him on whatever I did or whatever I do. But what am I doing to you that'll make you say something about me? got a certain governor out here, you dig? And the man going through the ringer behind something so simple. Something that was agreed upon, but then yet it turned on him. See, he cast his pearls, you know what I'm saying? And they trampled over, now they attacking him. But I guess when it comes to it, you dig, they're gonna always hate somebody that's trying to do good. I mean, for their own people to do that to him, it's not because he did that. It's because he's doing something that they don't like. And that's most likely just probably being a real person when it comes to his job he has to do. Not something personal that has to be dealt with between his family, which forgave him, most likely. But here they go, talking so much stuff about it. But let's just bag it up though. You dig? Most of us forget where we from, where we came from, but let me just remind you right quick, hold up. And here we go. So this is where we at with it. We at the dock of the bay, baby. And what we got at the dock of the bay? You heard me? What we got here? We got where we from. This is what we got. We got where we from at the dock of the bay right here. You dig? Everybody wants to say about where they from, what they represent and everything like that. That's cool and everything. But what do you really represent? Where you really from? I mean, come on, man, for real. They still have the chains down there. The old slavery chains. They still got them down there as a reminder. You know, let you know, man, you ain't hitting on nothing, man. You ain't moving nothing. You're not from here. And if you are from here, you gotta damn sure you damn sure know how to represent it, boy. You know? But I mean, come on, bro, for real. Where you think this pork comes? Where you think it came from, man? Disneyland? You think he came out of Disneyland somewhere? You think he came? No, bro. You know? You think he came from La La Land or something? Through this little port? Huh? Through this big old structure that's standing behind me? You think you came from here? No, you came through this. And then at the same time, you heard me? It wasn't nothing nice. It wasn't nothing nice. You heard me? But I mean, the splinter in the log, bro. When it comes to it, bro, when the crack epidemic hit, there was a lot of deals going on bad, to where they had people who were seriously, they was killing us off. And they had to get people up in there. They had to call for some people who knew how to manage the situation, bro, because some people had to get some good out the bag. When they first started hustling with that shit, it was to help provide for the communities what they wasn't giving us, like jobs and healthcare and food and all that stuff. When it hit in '86, dude, it was a demolish, man. It was a demolish, and the people who came through here was the ones that had to get out there and situate and fight and all this other stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a bunch of idiots got in the way with people who was set in position to control the situation, dude, to bring money back to the operation of, you know what I'm saying, the organization that was being formed in cities. Who was the ones getting a lot of people caught up? The people who didn't come through stuff like this. The people who wasn't off them ships. No matter what color, if because when it came to, if you want to put a color to it, it was mostly our own kind throwing the situation out of proportion when it came to hustling and what we had to do to make ends meet. A lot of brothers and sisters died. A lot of children, dude. And we want to continue this legacy of being drug dealers and gangbangers and all this other stuff. We want to continue this all the way to 2020 and everything, dude. This is not who we are. This is something that we had to turn into. We had to turn into this. This is not us. We are not that. But, you know, a lot of people just ain't gonna get it. You know, a lot of them. But you see, when it comes to casting your pearls, bro, take Jesus, bro, for instance. I mean, the way this man explained things to people should have gave you a clear sight to know what this man was about. This man was about business when it came to doing his father's work. The man said, don't give what's holy to dogs. And don't cast your pearls to pigs, for they will trample underfoot, turn on you. See, a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? We can't even bring our communities up because we're so busy giving what's holy to dogs and casting our pearls to pigs. You know, our women and children, our money. You know, and I don't like to be on no race tip because we all human. But when it comes to the community that which we live in, look from when it started, but look before it started, how it was. Then look after it started, how it became. You know, you want to say that man hustling all this other stuff, man? Come on, dude. For real? You gonna point your finger at me, man? When we both came off this boat, we on the same boat. We fighting each other. When will the violence stop, dude? When will we stop looking at each other like that dog who don't know that that tail belongs to him? You know how that dog will see? He'll just look back and see that tail and growl at it and start chasing it till he bite his own thing on tail. That's us, dude. When it comes to it, dog, because see, we had to eat. That's for real. We had to eat, and it wasn't. It was bad. It was really bad once they drew the wrench in there so far as people could make a lot of money and everything. But when they started throwing in cars and clothes and jewelry and all that stuff, that's when the money that could have been put to schools and hospitals and taking care of stuff got out the picture. Then we started dying for the stuff. You know? Them dudes that had to organize that stuff from way back when said, bro, this was something that they was out, but they had no choice what to do. Right now, we have overcame that academic. Once we overcame segregation and everything, we had segregation on ourselves. Nigga, you can't come around here. Nigga, you a Crip. Nigga, you a Blood. Nigga, you from down south. Nigga, you from up north. Nigga, you from Cali. Nigga, you from St. Louis. Where you from? We segregated ourselves. Stop looking at the splinter in each other's eye, dog. Take the plaque out of our eyes, man. And that's Gorilla Gospel. Love you, one.